Did your mom drill that into you like how she scared you from
If I have to be honest, it's not my mom. What drilled this mentality into me is when I grew up and I got harassed by so many men in public. So many. And this was when I was like 11 years old until I'm like early 20s. I am harassed by so many guys, not because I'm wearing like revealing clothes, it's because my skin is pale. And I wish I'm kidding, but no. Sometimes I would wear like a t-shirt and then short pants, right? That's normal. T-shirt, short pants. Sometimes I wear a jacket, but they see my leg, they see a little bit of my thigh, boom, you get catcalled. Sometimes you get followed. That's what drilled it in my head. That's why I keep saying this is not for everyone, because everyone lives in different places. You know, if your area is safer and everyone does it and you know it's normal, then sure, I guess it's up to you. I'm not your guardian. You do whatever you want, right? But if you are from my area, I do not recommend it. Because bro, people, you know, like you can't say anything,
Damn,
right?
Thought you were gonna say they catcalled you cause you're hot, but it's
No.
only to make fun of you. Makes sense now.
It was so uncomfortable, man. Like growing up with that, like being treated that way, you know, like, don't wear this, don't wear that. Am I right? Because like you can't tell them, it's like, actually, I'm not wearing this for you. Bro. This is the sad truth of reality, chat. If I wear something revealing and someone decides to follow me, right? They follow me and then they harass me. I cannot stand there and I'd be like, back off. I'm not wearing this for you. I'm wearing this for myself because they're not gonna listen to you. They're going to punch you in the face. And then whatever, right? Worst case scenario, happens. No one's gonna hear your justification of why you wear it. There are freaks out there. Do you think freaks will listen? No. If they don't even listen to the law, why would they listen to you? So don't test it. Don't test the freakos, you know?
UV radiation is generally worse near the equator because the sun's rays have less of a distance to travel through the atmosphere. The closer you are to the equator, the higher the UV levels are.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, I'm so scared of getting skin cancer because the sun here is like, you can get skin cancer from doing nothing indoors. It's just not good. And that's why it's like, when people say it's like, oh, are you doing this for male attention? And it's like, no, you're not, right? I believe that. But if you're from my area, the less attention, the better, you know? You don't want to risk it. Because whether you like it or not, if you are, no offense, if you're a very fine looking person, not even, if you are a person, and there are crazy people that will not listen to the law, they won't listen to common sense and reason, they're not gonna listen to you. So just be as safe as you possibly can. You know what I mean? Know your area the most. Don't tempt fate just to express yourself. It's not worth it. Find a very good place. Like, expressing yourself is good if you have a safe, accepting, and comfortable area. A place to be yourself. That is good. But if you're going to the public where you do not know if these people are sane or not, and you express yourself and you push your boundaries too much and happens to you, what can you do? How far can your your self-expression lead you to? No. I have this mentality because I've been traumatized before. So when I listen to people, especially when they're from Indo, especially when they're my area and I know them, and they're like, I want to express myself, and I'm like, don't. Nah, bro. This, like, when you go online and you see like people being like, oh, it's normal for women to dress this way, blah, blah, express yourself. Sure, go live in America. If you want to do that, go abroad. Not here. It's not safe. And it is not smart. So like, if you want to do that the internet says, listen to your local internet, like, yeah? Not abroad. You cannot say like, why cannot I act American in Indonesia? Because we are not America. It is not our culture. You will get yourself attacked from that. And I don't want to see you attacked. And I don't judge them because I don't care, right? Like, I don't care what you wear. I care if you're hurt. And I would rather say this, and it sounds mean as and it sounds like, oh my God, you're just like everyone else, you're judging. I would rather sound like I'm judging you than being like, yes, queen, pop off, wear a bikini outside, and then something bad happens to you. What can my support do? I would rather be that person that's gonna be like, don't do this, don't do that. It's like, you're so like controlling, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, but at least you are not harassed. And then you are not hunted down, attacked, or anything worse, right? So I don't need you to like me. I need you to stay alive. That is two different things, man. So that is why.
Just be aware, you aren't safe.
Oh, that's why I'm a VTuber. Yeah, there's a difference. That's also the same thing I've said this before, where it's like, at one point, if you love someone, like truly, truly care about someone, you don't want, like, if you have the mentality of like, I'm scared they'll hate me, you are not coming from the right perspective. It's best that they hate you, but they're still there, compared to if they like you, but then they're dead. That's how I think of it. So I stick to it. especially in my country, when I see sometimes when people are like, oh, I can wear this in Indo, in Bali, yes. If you go anywhere else in Bali, no. Don't do that. Even in Bali, I recommend if you are going to wear a bikini in Bali, please wear really high SPF sunscreen because the sun in Bali is probably worse. It's so bad in Bali for weather, yeah. It's so hot and the sun is so bad, you're going to become a crab, you know? You swim in Bali, you are boiling actually. So please wear high sunscreen. But if you're not in Bali, don't. Or do whatever you want lah. Up to you, but I already told you don't. But if you don't want to listen, okay. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. That's the thing. That's why. But I remember seeing like this where it's like, oh, your mentality is so blah, 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 blah. It's so toxic. I remember having a conversation with one of my friends, like, your mentality is so toxic to women. It's like, I'm not saying this to women. If you're a guy, I also the same thing, you know? If you're a woman, don't wear a bikini in Indonesia. If you're a man, that's even worse. Don't wear a bikini in Indonesia. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, if you want to wear a bra and a G-string as a dude in Indo, go the fuck ahead. My opinion stays the same. You know, that's called equal opinion. Am I right? With all sincerity, then yeah, I know some people do not agree. That is fair because everyone is different. Where you live, it might be safe and you listen to me and you're like, this guy is so old and traditional. That's fine. Okay. If you come to my place, you will understand. If I come to your place, I think I will find like, wow, it's such a nice, safe place to be yourself. And that's great. You've come here, you will know I have this mentality. You have to. In my country, it's not about, I love my country, don't get me wrong, but the best way I can explain it is we're not to the point of like, oh yes, women can express themselves. We are at that point where women can protect themselves. That is two different things, right? We are growing though. Like Indonesia is developing over the years and it's getting better, but it's not to the point that I'd say women is completely free. Women definitely are more on the protective side, as in people are not going to treat you better. You just have the right to
People
protect
from
yourself.
the West have a
now,
completely different mentality
kind of.
until they've spent time in Asia/the Middle East, and you see how
Yeah.
women and LGBTQ plus people are treated
Oh,
there.
yeah. That's why me opening up that I am part of the LGBTQ was kind of scary for me at first. And then I pretend like it doesn't affect me. But it did for like 3 months. And then I just stopped thinking about it. It's not safe here. Like if you are from it in my area, or I wouldn't say whole country, but maybe majority. I don't know. But at least in my area, yeah. Women are not to the point of like, you get equal treatment from the get-go. The only difference is now, if someone treats you wrong, you can defend yourself. That's it. Even then, you still have to be polite about it. Because in Indo, we have different ways of talking, right? There's a way you talk to your friends. There's a different way you talk to an elderly, or you talk to someone younger. It's like Japanese, where there's like levels of politeness. Thank you, Zane, for gifting Kyrio a sub. It's like informal and formal speech. If you're a woman and you're talking to a man, unless they're your friend, you have to use formal speech. You know? So I would say if you are in a position where you can only defend yourself, the best thing is not to be in a bad position, right? Don't put yourself in a position or even titter along the lines of starting conflict. Because when a conflict starts, you have the shorter end of the stick. Best not to. May I always use formal to everyone I don't know? Same. That's the same thing. Indo, like we use formal to people we don't know. For women, usually if you don't, it's scarier. You know, I don't explain it. It's like if you are being informal to a guy, it's like a stranger and you're a girl and the guy is a stranger and you use informal, you are kind of seen as instigating in a sense. They can be upset at you and that's scarier. You know, you don't want to piss them off, right? You want them to leave you alone but not piss them off. So you
The
play
difference between
safe.
the US and Indo at the moment is that the US is just a century ahead on this matter. 100 years ago, wearing a bikini would be considered naked.
But we are so much, like, we have grown so much. You know the amount of times, guys, like, if I were in public and I approach a guy and I'm like, weh, lo ya, lo gini ya, gini, lo gini. They are going to be so weirded out. They're going to be like, this person is so rude, and they will be upset at me. But in public, if a guy did that to me, yeah, you have to be like, yeah, maaf, yeah. Like, you have to be nice and polite. Because, I different lah. It's hard to explain. Not all, obviously. When I say this, I'm not saying all men, all women, yeah, not all. But there are some that are like some random stranger guy, they come up to you and then they SKSD, you know, like they pretend like they know you and they use casual language with you. And they're like, oh, give me instead of being like, can I have your phone number? No, they go, give me your phone number. Like, malak, kayak gak sopan gitu. Like, it's not polite, you know? Like, they're like, ay, give me your phone number lah. Give me your WhatsApp lah. It's like, no la, I don't know who you are. You know, it's so weird. But then it's kind of seen as like normal. Like, I like you and I want to start something with you. That is not the way, at least for me, I don't like it. It's like, that is not how you do it, you know?
I'm sorry, Michi, but I have to say it. Donkey, get out of my swamp.
Donkey! Come on, man, I'm a rabbit. Yeah, it's like, cringe, you know? The bitter truth, you really gotta hate it. Yeah, but it's whatever. You grow up, when the longer you live, like the older you grow, you realize that most of the time, you learn to adapt, right? Adapting is one of the best skills you can have. So, if I go abroad, I'm not going to act this way, obviously. But in my country, I will act accordingly, right? You learn to adapt. You learn to understand how people treat other people and you don't cross boundaries and stuff like that. It's one of those. I will say though, Indo has gotten significantly better. Back then, we don't even talk about back then, man. But nowadays, there has been so many situations where it's been really, really good. One thing that I really like about my country is we have a very group mentality, right? So if, let's say you're out in public and then someone is trying to rob you and all you need to do is scream. You're like, help, I'm getting robbed. I can guarantee the people around you or like people behind the stalls or random strangers, they are going to crowd. They're going to crowd and like gabuk, you know, they're gonna like beat up this guy, right? We have that mentality of like, oi, kay grombong, it's like, oi, this guy is stealing. And then everyone's like chasing after him, beating the shit out of him. It's very normal. So that's a good thing. Nowadays, because it is getting better, a lot of guys, there's a lot of situations where guys stood up for girls a lot. There's been situations where like a girl was almost like assaulted or something, but like a bunch of dudes came in, beat the shit out of this guy. Like that is very common now. So I would say that is better because back then, no one cares. You know, they're like, it's every day. You know, it's you get ignored, right? But now it's like, help! The end. So I would say it's pretty good for me. It benefits me, so I think it's good.